and welcome to this episode of Effective Websites. In our time together, you'll learn what to look for when choosing a company to host your website. In other words, a web host. There are thousands and thousands of web hosting companies out there that would like to host your website. So how do you choose which one to use for your site? Here are some things that you should consider. The whole purpose of having a website is so that people can find you and learn more about who you are. If your site is offline, that can't happen. Look for an online percentage of at least 98 to 99%. If it's not online that often, don't even consider it. All web hosts occasionally go offline every now and then for scheduled maintenance. That's a good thing. Thankfully, most of the time they do their maintenance during non-peak hours. But not all of them let you know in advance when that's going to be. Check and see if they give you advance notice of when they're going to be offline for their scheduled maintenance. Joomla compatibility. Since the site you're going to be building will be built using Joomla as the content management system, use a host that's Joomla compatible. In other words, capable of running Apache, PHP, and MySQL. Tech support. You want a hosting company that will give you free online support via a forum and also a real live human being who knows what they're talking about to help you in case you get into a jam. Just as a hint here, before you sign up with any company, try out their forums and see how well they answer questions. Watch to see if they're informative and patient. Watch to see also if they're impatient and maybe a little short. So look at these forums carefully. Online tutorials. Going closely along with this, look for a web hosting company that in addition to free online help and forums, has tutorial videos. You'll really appreciate the comfort level that the videos give you. Storage space. Most people will not need to concern themselves very much with storage space. But over the course of time, it could be that you accumulate several thousand photos and hundreds of videos. Be sure to look into this one because it's easier to add that storage space now than it is later. Bandwidth. Bandwidth should probably be a little bit more of a concern than storage space, at least if you're hosting a lot of videos. The more bandwidth your pages have, the faster they will load. The faster it loads, the more likely people will hang around and look at your page. And the more likely people are to hang around and look at your page, the more Google likes it and the higher they rate your page. Make sure that it's blog friendly. Many churches and nonprofits aspire to one day having a blog. I encourage blog compatibility because it gives you room to grow. The number of domains. The chances are good that you'll never need more than one domain, but it is possible. So while this should not be a high consideration on your list, it still should be on your list of things to consider. The number of emails. This is where you'll discover that a lot of the free or discount website builders suddenly aren't so free or low cost as they claim. Unless you see unlimited email accounts, stay away from it. And that takes us to this, cost. When you compare monthly rates, you'll notice that you can find some web hosts that will charge you as little as $2 and change per month to host your website. Others will charge you significantly more. If you're paying more than $8 to $10 a month, you're paying too much. Online reputation. If you want to do the research yourself, open your browser and type in Top 10 Web Hosts or Best Hosting Sites, and you'll come up with thousands of hits. Click on 20 or 30 of those and look at the list of sites that they mention, and you'll start to notice that the same names keep popping up over and over and over again. Now, many of those sites are trying to compare their hosting services with the big boys. Watch for the big boys that people are always comparing themselves to, and that's where you'll find the very best sites. Finally, since our websites are a reflection of who we are and what we stand for, It's important to stay away from web hosting companies that host porn, also known as adult hosting sites. We have a moral responsibility to the people that we serve. That's the list of what to look for in terms of selecting a web host for your web page. For all of the reasons above, we like Bluehost and also SiteGround the best. If you'd like to learn more about them, links to them are available at the bottom or side of most of the pages on this site. If you'd like to learn more about the hosting company that we use, go to the next video. We use Bluehost. That's it for now. Goodbye.